Is your email list small? Does it make you feel insecure? Maybe like you can't actually grow your business unless you make it bigger? Well, don't worry. Size doesn't matter. I mean, it can play a role, but if you know how to work your email list the right way, you can get some pretty incredible results. If you're new here, my name is Kevin, and I'm an e-commerce growth marketer that helps DTC brands and service providers scale profitably with email marketing. I've helped my clients, some with very tiny lists, generate hundreds of thousands of dollars in sales via email. It doesn't matter if you only have a few thousand people or even a few hundred people on your list. To put this in perspective, I've helped a client generate about $250,000 in email sales directly in less than 10 months from a list that was under 300 people when I started. I've even worked with lists that have under 100 people generating thousands and tens of thousands from that list. I should also add, without burning these lists, which is so important. I'm not taking an approach where it's super hyper direct response and we're just burning lists and trying to extract money as much as, no. We're actually building longevity for the brand by building authentic relationships that create longevity in the list that allow the retention to continue to prosper, right? And that is so important because yeah, some people can come in, oh, we had a list with 1,000 people and we pulled 1 million from it. But guess what? Like those customers, the way you approached it, those customers are never going to purchase with you again. They're never going to spend money with you again. And that's not ideal. The way I do it is we actually build longevity. We build authentic relationships so that they desire spending their cold, hard cash that they've earned and that they've worked really hard for over and over and over again with us, right? That's the key. Now, these relationships with these lists, they actually improved over time exponentially, creating more loyal subscribers and customers. And there's a few levers that you can pull that I'm going to share with you so you can make many, many thousands from your email list, even if it's small or tiny. Let's dive into lever one, which is kind of already harped on it a little bit, but it's to build authentic relationships, okay? You're going to do this by focusing on text-based emails. Why text-based emails? Because you write copy. And when you write quality copy that resonates, that makes the person feel heard, you build an authentic relationship. You create relatability. You build trust. And that leads me into the second point with this first lever is that you're going to increase trust as a byproduct. Trust is one of the most important things that you can do with your email list. And if you lose trust, it's what's going to lead your email list to have a major decline. But if you can build trust, maintain trust, and continue to grow trust with people, you're going to generate significantly better results. As a byproduct, your longevity will significantly increase because now people trust you. They spend with you. They build trust again. They spend with you again. You build trust again. They spend with you again. Like that whole process increases the longevity because now someone's not going to buy from you once or twice. They're going to buy from you 5 times, 10 times, 15 times, and tell their friends about you. So that's the first lever that you should focus on, which is to build authentic relationships. The second lever is to play with price. How do you make thousands, hundreds of thousands with a tiny list? It's to play with the price of what you're offering. Consider doing high ticket. This is one of the reasons why I can take an email list that's under 100 subscribers and generate tens of thousands of dollars from it without burning the list and getting people to do recurring purchases, to come back and buy again, right? High ticket is the name of the game, but that's not the only way. I'm going to touch on what the other ways are, but real quick for lever 2, playing with price, lean into premium. Lean into the premium aspect of your brand. Lean into the premium experience of your brand. Give a premium experience for your customer from the moment they subscribe to your email list, to the moment they purchase, to the moment they receive the product. Just make everything a completely elevated and premium experience. That's going to help. You might have a small list, a tiny list of under 100 people, under a couple hundred people, but you can generate tens of thousands with much bigger margins through email if you leverage it correctly and you play with price the right way. In order to play with price the right way, you need to know your product and your customers. You need to know them inside and out. You need to know them better than they know themselves. That requires a little bit of effort. Yeah, you're gonna have to roll up your sleeves and, rub some elbow grease into it, but that's part of the game if you actually want to serve your customers to a high degree of excellence and scale your business simultaneously. You have to know your customers. You have to know the market you're serving. You have to know your product inside and out so you can relate to them effectively in the way that they need to in order to convert with you. Lever 3, the whole concept around lever 3 is to sell again and again and again. All right? Know your customer journey inside and out. You know your customers, you know your market, you know your product inside and out. Cool. The next step is to know your customer journey inside and out. Where were they before they even came across your brand? Before they read your email? before they saw your ad, before anything? Where were they right leading up to that? Where were they years ago? Where were they? If it's a product that you're selling to consumers that are in the demographic of like 40 to 50, what were they experiencing when they were 20 that potentially led to that? What were they experiencing as children that potentially led to whatever offer you have that maybe coincides with that, right? You need to understand their customer journey inside and out, and not just the pre aspect of their like interaction with you, but the post aspect. Where do you want them to go? Where should they be after you? Where should they be? They get your product. Where do you want them to go? They read your email. Where do you want them to go? What actions do you want them to take, right? And so that comes into play when you know your customer journey inside and out. And when you know that, you're going to be able to create hyper strategic upsells and cross sells. And this is going to allow you to sell again and again and again and again and again. It's so important because when you create upsells that legitimately are contextually relevant to the customer, to the product, you're going to increase the conversion rate of that. And you're going to be able to do this with a tiny list, right? Because then you can write high quality emails that actually mean something to your reader instead of just blasting them with a glorified billboard, turning your email marketing channel into a broken and boring advertising channel, which we don't want that. Not at all. And so knowing your customer journey inside and out, creating strategic upsells and cross sells, and then what you can do on top of that is create low ticket recurring revenue. Create low ticket recurring offers that are going to bring in consistent revenue. Low ticket recurring offers that maybe they buy quarterly, maybe they buy biannually, maybe they buy monthly, weekly, whatever it is. Create something that's so low ticket, but that is contextually relevant to them and what you offer to them and what they need. And your conversion rate for that is going to drive significantly up. So that's the third lever on how you can sell again and again and again. Those are 3 levers I wanted to share with you. Just to recap, lever 1, build authentic relationships. Lever 2, play with price. And lever 3, sell again and again and again. But there's something really important that you need to understand. It's vital that you understand this. And that is to understand that at some point, you're going to have to grow. Inevitably, you're going to have to grow. You cannot stay under 200 people on your email list and expect to make millions over the next 5 years. Is it possible? I will tell you, yes, it's very possible. But that doesn't mean you should do it. It can be increasingly difficult if you have the same 200 people, so you have to grow your list. Maybe if you have 200 people, but every quarter it's getting, cycled through, which doesn't mean you're actually doing a good job with your emails, but you're getting a new cycle of 200 new people opting in. Yeah, it could work. You'd be fine. You'd be chilling. But that tells me that you're not actually leveraging your email marketing channel to its fullest potential if people are not staying on your list, right? So understand that at some point you're going to have to grow. You don't need massive growth. Not at all. I'm not talking about you need to go from 200 to 50,000 subscribers. Not at all. You can go from 200 to 1,000 subscribers. And I've seen lists where they only have 1,000 subscribers and that builds multi-million-dollar businesses. Sometimes that's all you need. But you need some growth, okay? And the way you can do this is by writing shareable emails. Write emails that people actually care about, and then write emails that people are willing to share. If they care about it deeply and the information that you're sharing with them, perhaps they know someone that's in the same boat as them, that they're not exposed to you, your emails, or your brand. So they're going to go ahead and share it, right? Optimize your email opt-ins. That's how you're going to grow your email list. You need to optimize your opt-ins. And I have plenty of other videos around that. Go look at some of the videos where I'm talking about the upsearch effect. Go look at the videos where I'm talking about how I've more than quadrupled the opt-in percentage for clients. Okay, I routinely beat out controls for opt-ins with my clients, doubling, tripling, even quadrupling the opt-in percentage. So that's how we grow lists quickly. Go watch those videos, learn from it. And there's many other strategies for growth. You're gonna have to do your research. You're going to have to get creative, reflect, consume my content and learn from it. I literally give you the raw, the real, no fluff, no BS information that no one else is willing to share because they want to put it behind a paywall. I don't need to do that. So reap the benefits of the content that I put out there for you. Now, you know what levers you can play with to scale your business with email. Reflect on what would work best in your context. That's such an important word, context. And take massive action. If you don't take massive action, nothing's going to change. You've got to take massive action. Let me know in the comments what you found to be most helpful. I'm genuinely curious out of everything that I've shared with you, out of the 3 levers, out of any side quests of rants and information I've shared with you in this video. I'm curious, what resonated with you? What did you find most valuable? I would really appreciate it if you drop that in the comments. And give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one.